What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. And let's talk about it. My man Styles P came in the game, and Styles P just basically broke it down to the rest of the globe and said, listen, he was on the, what's that, Open Late, that Rosenberg show. So now that they got the Rosenberg thing going on and everybody's talking about that, he was on the show and they was just having their usual breakdown or rendition about Kendrick Lamar and how great MCs were. And then they got to some of the young guys who discredit J.Cole and talking about, oh, he kind of boring and all this stuff. And so it was it was pretty funny in my opinion what was happening with what was happening in the debate because Styles P is the only guy on the panel who really rhymes. So the fact that he actually rhymes and stood out there was like, whoa. So, people were just blown away, but Styles had to jump up and go, look, y'all say he born. I get that, but to sell his story over and over again, man, dude is nice. Styles P is a rapper, so he knows. So for him to say that, this guy is nice, he like, look, y'all sleep. This dude is nice, yo. Like y'all really didn't bump y'all heads. If y'all don't understand that J. Cole, he's like, I don't see how y'all got Kendrick so much higher. He's like, I'm a fan of both of them. They both are great. They the same tier of MC, but ain't no way I'm taking J. Cole over Kendrick. And I agree. And like he says, and I people don't understand. Fans just a little delusional when it comes to truth. And you think if you say one way, you hate the other way. It's like, no, you don't hate both of them. You might say, I like this album better than this album. Why you hate that album? It's like, we didn't say we hated the album. So people brains are confused. They don't know how to separate two things without hating another via social media programming. So the stupidity spreads throughout their life. So anytime you bring up a subject, if you mention that you like one thing, then you must hate the other. You know, it's logically don't happen like that in real life, but in their social media minds, that's what happens. So they bring it into their lives. So they don't understand when people look at them like they stupid. They think what they're saying is actually logical. So he don't hate Kendrick Lamar. He just thinks J. Cole's a better MC. And he just said Kendrick might be the bigger artist, which is barely debatable. It's pretty much debatable who's the bigger artist, really. Artistically, they are both the same. When it comes to art, I mean, Kendrick gets a lot of big push, way more than J. Cole. J. Cole is a little bit more reclusive than Kendrick. They both are reclusive though, but when their projects are out, it's more grand of a presentation for Kendrick than it is for J. Cole. J. Cole has a personality when you see him, it doesn't have a very welcoming type of personality. It looked like he's on no dose or something. He's just trying to stay awake. So a lot of people are like, oh, he's boring. He's actually not. And his albums are not boring. So I'm like, my goodness, what more do you want? The man gave you a great album. And what Styles P compared him to, he said he's this a Millennium's version of a Cool Keith. Cool Keith was a guy who people just was like, he's weird. I don't know what he's doing. He's changing his hair. He's changing his style on this song. What is he saying? A lot of people didn't feel Kool Keith. Like I wasn't a huge Kool Keith fan. I knew of him, but I wasn't a big fan of a lot of his songs. But a lot of people I knew they loved Kool Keith. You know, like dog, he don't get no props. I'm like, oh, it's just like one of those MF Doom situations. You know, people they got their loyalists that stick out with him and ride with him to the end. And they'll fight wars against some of the top artists in the world. They still gonna hold it down for they got. Like yo, he ain't better than Kool Keith. There's some guys like that out there. So it was a good homage to point that out because that's kind of true. So as time moves on and we get stronger and we, try to get smarter and wiser as far as doing the things that we do, we gotta pay homage to those who were here before us. And I'm talking about as far as the rap game. So we'll find out what's going on and as far as Styles P. He's released his album Ghost. Like I'm still in the early stages of listening to it, but it's outstanding for the first two songs. So I've been dealing with a lot in the past 24 hours. So you're gonna get some videos today. Don't think you're not. You're gonna get some. We already even got the ball rolling. So but that's my take on it. If I had to pick who was the better rapper, I would say J. Cole, and I think the better artist would be Kendrick Lamar. Like you could put him on any type of new age beat. His voice, his energy goes along with the records. So, but I understand definitely what Styles P is talking about. I'm out. And don't forget, tell me who y'all think in the comment section, and tell me why y'all picked him. I'm out.